BYU-Idaho's Special Collections and Archives collects archival material by and about the history of the school, manuscript material about the local area, and unique items that fit a certain collecting scope. Today, we will be exploring connections to our ancestors. At age 16, a young Thomas Ricks had an accident while breaking a horse. The injury caused him to walk with a limp, and he used a cane later in life. This cane was carved from diamond willow, following the unique growth patterns of the tree. Incorporated in 1883, the city of Rexburg was founded by Thomas E. Ricks. He also served as the chairman of the Board of Education at the founding of Bannock Stake Academy, which later became Ricks College and eventually BYU-Idaho. Thomas Croft Neubauer of Sugar City, Idaho, enlisted in the Idaho National Guard shortly before the start of World War I. Stationed in France, he was captured during a firefight with Germans. Remarkably, Thomas was able to turn the tables and capture his captors. His letter home reads, "Say, folks, I sure had quite an experience. I was captured and was in the hands of the Germans for about half an hour, but I watched my chance, and when they were not looking, I recovered my gun and took 10 of my captives prisoners after I was wounded 3 times." For his heroics, Thomas received the Medal of Honor presented by General Pershing. His papers are representative of the kind of local history Special Collections and Archives gathers. The hymns the pioneers sang while crossing the plains are still sung today. Did your ancestors use a hymnal like this one as they crossed the plains? First published in 1840 by Brigham Young, Parley P. Pratt, and John Taylor in Manchester, England, this 13th edition was published in Liverpool. This is a words-only hymnal as the tunes were sung from memory. This hymnal went through many editions, lasting until 1912. To help overcome language barriers among the many immigrants to Utah, President Brigham Young appointed George D. Watt and others to devise a new Deseret alphabet. The letters C, D, L, O, P, S, and W of the Roman alphabet were retained, but most of them were given new sounds, and 31 characters were added. The Deseret alphabet first appears in Utah newspapers in 1859, nearly a full decade before these textbooks were developed. In 1869, the year after the textbooks came into use, the Transcontinental Railroad was finished. The railroad brought many people into Utah who were not members of the church, and interest in the alphabet project died. Whalers passing the time between whale sightings would make scrimshaws as a way to augment their salary. Scrimshaw is scrollwork, engravings, and carvings done in bone or ivory. This scrimshaw comes from Newport, Rhode Island, on board the ship named the Brig Steel Warrior. This piece likely came from a sperm whale, as the etching illustrates one. The etching demonstrates how to break down a whale. This 2nd century marble Roman funerary stele is the oldest piece that we will be examining today. Much like our tombstones, these funerary steles would have provided a memorial for the deceased. This particular stele memorializes a young man who, according to the Greek and Latin inscription, was a 17-year-old named Giuliano, son of Adeos. This item was found in Turkey, which is a crossroad of Greek and Roman culture. Today, we identify ourselves with signatures on official documents. This marble Chinese signature seal from 1390 would have been used to identify a family name. Chinese seals were used to identify important individuals and families when official transactions were made. Used in lieu of a signature, these seals were pressed in red ink and then to paper. This seal dates back to 5th month, 22nd year of Hongwu Ming Dynasty. This first edition Book of Mormon was published in March 1830 in Palmyra, New York. 5,000 copies were printed by E.B. Grandin and bound in calf leather at a cost of $3,000. It is estimated that only around 700 first edition Book of Mormon still exist today. On the inside cover, there is a note about water stains that happened while crossing the plains. Commissioned by King James in 1604, this beautiful Bible was completed in 1611. 47 scholars translated out of the original tongues, Greek, Hebrew, and Aramaic. Previously translated English versions were diligently compared and revised from the Tyndale Bible, the Coverdale Bible, Matthew's Bible, the Great Bible, and the Geneva Bible. Family Bibles like this one were often a place where genealogies were recorded. To view these and other items in our collection, please visit us on the second floor of the McKay Library and discover something special.